Hey everyone, Lewis aka Spider-Man 1991 here with another comic book review, where today I am doing a review that was requested by YouTube user Dan Gilmore, who wanted me to review Swamp Thing by Wein and Berni Wrightson. Fortunately though, their entire run is collected in one book, Roots of the Swamp Thing. Now, this collects the first ever appearance of Swamp Thing in DC Comics in the title House of Mystery number 92. And also the first 13 issues of the subsequent series, Saga of the Swamp Thing. However, Wein only wrote all of the issues, but Berni Wrightson only did the artwork for House of Mystery and the first 10 issues of Swamp Thing. The last 3 were done by other artists, so that Wein could complete the story. After he's killed in his lab while working on a plant growth formula, Alec Holland is subsequently exposed to the formula, and when he's buried in the swamp, he somehow mutates and changes into a swamp-like monster known as Swamp Thing. However, the gangsters also killed his wife, and now Holland seeks for a cure in order to turn him back into Alec Holland. However, he encounters a number of foes during his travels, such as Anton Arcane, and he's also being hunted down by his former friend, government agent Matthew Cable, who believed that the Swamp Thing was responsible for the deaths of Alec Holland and his wife Linda. Now, honestly, this is the first Swamp Thing story I have ever read. Yeah, and all the years I've collected comics, I have never given Swamp Thing a try. I was thinking about reading the New 52 series for a while, but I kept getting distracted in order to buy it, but I am glad that I started with the very beginning because it is fantastic. It has, to me, this is probably like the perfect example of a horror/monster comic. Wein's writing and Wrightson's artwork, they do an excellent job portraying Swamp Thing as a very sympathetic figure, because reading this entire series, I didn't think of Swamp Thing as a monster. I really felt sorry for him, and it's an interesting... And he goes on an interesting quest in order to somehow find hope to turn back into a human. I would want to point out another thing that's very interesting. The House of Mystery story, it's actually a completely different Swamp Thing. I mean, you can read the House of Mystery story and be like, yeah, I can see where they got where this is sort of like a proto version of Swamp Thing, really, because originally Wein and Wrightson only meant the House of Mystery story to be just a one-shot story done, but then DC received a lot of positive reception to it, and they were like, hey, can you guys do this again to make an ongoing series? Eventually they relented and they decided, okay, let's do this. And also, Wein's final issue number 13, it ends with the exact same words the House of Mystery story ended. To me, that was clever. That was a nice little throwback. Honestly, this is such a very, very nice, well-written story. Also, Wrightson's artwork, when he draws some particular foes, particularly Arcane, they are really menacingly. I mean, Swamp Thing it's interesting throughout the story because Swamp Thing encounters a number of monsters and supernatural creatures, but despite all of that, he does not give in to the monster that he looks like. He still thinks and acts human, all while trying to hopefully find a way to rejoin humanity. I mean, overall, I think that if you are someone who has never read a Swamp Thing story, this is the story you need to start with. So, that's it. Thanks again for watching. Have any other requests, comment below. Check out my other video reviews. I'm Spider-Man 1991 saying, see you later.